What's good YouTube, saying YouTube, and today got a new video for you guys. And basically today we're gonna be talking about the custom gallery plugin page, how to make the custom page for yourself. In the previous videos, in the menu page, we assigned the custom page, as you could see, but right now we do not have this function. So if you go into the WordPress admin and if you go into the gallery page, you'll find a fatal error, right? So that is fine. So actually all we need to do just to fix this error is just assign the function to the custom page. All right, so whatever custom page that you assign to the add menu page over here, basically you can just recall it over here, right? So custom gallery plugin page, and if I go and refresh right now, as you can see, the error has gone. Right, so let's focus on right now actually creating the page. All right, so there are multiple ways, but I'm going to just do the simplest way I know, which is just echoing out the HTML. Right, so we're just going to echo out an h1, and that's just going to say gallery plugin. All right now we need to make the form, so I'm just going to echo out, so we can just echo just empty string, and then alt shift and downwards just multiple times to save you time. All right, let's go back to the top over here, and then h2, upload new images. And by the way, there is like an easy way to use this with gulp, but for some reason my network is not showing like the WordPress admin page, so I'm not gonna do the quick reload. I'm just gonna focus on the code itself. All right, so we're just gonna start over here by the method post, and just make sure to focus. Something that I just want to mention is the double quotation and single quotation in PHP. Just make sure that you know what you're doing in terms of the single quotation and double quotation, because you can easily mess that up. All right, so as you can see over here right now, I can mess it up. So when I do that, I can just Control Z and just continue on from that. All right, so right now we have the form with the method of post, and also we want to add in the action, which is going to be just the URL for the admin URL with the admin-post.php. Right, so let's start by actually doing that. So first of all, just make sure to add in single quotation and inside the double quotation, which is the mistake that you're trying to avoid. So to fix that, we can just add dots before and after. Right, right now let's add in escape URL, and then just the admin URL. So escape URL and just the admin URL, which is going to be admin post.php. So right now, as you can see, I still have an error over here because my single quotation and double quotation is not correct. So again, just to fix that, just revise your single quotation and double quotation. All right, so I also still have another syntax error. I think this single quotation should be here between the action property over here. Okay, so we need to add also the encryption type, which is going to be multipart form, multipart and slash form data. So multipart and then slash form data, and just make sure to end the HTML tag. Okay, so I still do have a small typo, so I think it's in the escape URL. We do not need that second bracket. All right, So let's continue on from here. So what inputs do we actually need? We just need an input basically that's gonna take the custom gallery upload, which is gonna be hidden. So type hidden, and this is gonna be a self-closing tag. So type is equal to hidden, name is equal to action, and then the value is just gonna be the custom gallery upload, which we also assigned before. All right, so custom gallery upload, and that is pretty much it in terms of the input. Let's go to the label, and the label is just going to be the label to actually show what's above the input. So label 4, and then gallery images, and over here select images. So right now we need to assign the actual input, which is going to be accepting the gallery images array. So that is also going to be an input, but that is going to be a type of file, and the ID is going to be gallery images because we want to accept gallery images. Name is going to be gallery images as well, but we're going to add in the array afterwards. We're going to accept image. Of course, you can select the type of images that you want over here from this property. Also, we want to add in required, and one last property, which is going to be a multiple, so we accept multiple files. All right, so we can also add in a break. And by the way, I just have the file open on another tab, so I can just not waste your time as much as I can. So we also have the label, which is going to be basically just the gallery title, right? So whatever title you want to add into your gallery. And that is also going to take another input, but this time the type is going to be text, and the ID is going to be image title. You can rename it like gallery title. Name is equal to image title, and also required. So this is basically gonna be handling the file uploads as well. All right, so let's continue on. All right, so right now we have breaks as well, and then we just want to add in the last type of input, which is going to be the submit. All right, type is equal to submit. You can add in also some classes like button primary, whatever you want to style the page in. This is just some basic CSS class names that we're going to style in another function. All right, so right now we want to close the form, and that's pretty much it in terms of the form. Right now we want to also display the existing galleries. All right, so we want to also display the existing galleries, but right now let me just refresh the page and see what we have built so far. So as you can see, select images. Let me just go to these wallpapers and try to upload, and then let's call it gallery test 1. Right now we're not going to be seeing anything, so we just want to loop over the gallery images and actually display the existing gallery. All right, so let's echo out another. Maybe we want to do an h3, and let's add in existing, oh okay, existing galleries. And right now we want to assign a variable to the galleries, which is going to get the posts. So we're using the function of get posts. So as you can see, it retrieves an array of the latest posts or posts that are matching the given criteria. So we can add in also some parameters to this. So that is what we're going to do. We're just gonna add in the argument of the post type, which is gonna get the gallery image, and we want to get all of them, right? So get posts, and then just the arguments array, which inside it is just gonna take the string of post type, and the post type is the custom post type, which is called gallery image, right? And then number of posts, which is also going to be another string, but the value is going to be -1. So that is pretty much it for taking the galleries. If you want to check out if this works or not, you can just variable dump galleries and control save that and just refresh. So as you can see, the existing galleries is just shown in the variable.dump. So we can just use this information. If you get confused in any of the build process, you can just refer back to your variable dump and see what is in this array, right? So as you can see, you have 3 items in the array, right? Let's scroll down, and I have 3 items because I posted the 2 galleries before. All right, so right now we want to actually display that. So if the galleries exist, we want to for each, and each gallery, I mean all galleries as a gallery, right? And we want to copy those echoes over here. Okay, so let's continue. So actually this is more simpler than the previous part. So it's just gonna be a div, and we can just maybe do a couple more echoes. All right, so we're just gonna echo an h4, and inside that h4, again, like I said, if in PHP, if you want to add in some more between these single quotation PHP, you can just use the dot, right? So escape HTML, and then the gallery as the post title. All right. Afterwards, we want to also get the gallery ID, and the ID is also going to take the same parameter, which is going to be ID, but just 1 second. Again, sometimes I do get confused with this as well, but that is fine. Again, like I said, just find your single quotations and you will be able to actually fix this. All right. So where is the issue over here? I think it's within this. Yep. And one last typo, so that's fine. Again, oh yeah, I don't have the parameter of ID. So that's pretty much it. So again, you can just refresh the page, and here it is. But we can remove this variable dump. So let's just comment this out, control save and refresh. And again, like I said, there's a Gulp browser reload that I have, but it's not working on my network for some reason. HTTPS is only enforced. I think it's due to my antivirus, right? So let me continue. Right, so right now we want to do the same thing over here, but we want to actually echo out the post content, right? So we're just gonna assign a p tag and another p tag over here. So we simplify things, and just 2 dots between, right? And between these 2 dots, escape HTML, and then gallery, and then post content. Right, so I do have a typo. Just gonna fix that, and that is pretty much it. All right, so we also want to do something cool, which is going to be the short code to display the gallery, which basically in the short code generation, we're just going to be using the ID with the short code just to display it on screen. All right, so we're just gonna do that. Right, so we're echoing out a pre-tag, and then inside that pre-tag we actually want to add in an array, which is just the syntax of the shortcode, and gallery carousel, and then ID double quotations, and then single quotations, within it 2 dots, which is going to take the variable of gallery, and then the parameter of ID. Okay, we just need to add the end tag for the pre-tag. Also, we want to echo out, so we simplify things, echo do shortcode, and then basically we can just copy this again, but we want to do shortcode of this area. Okay, so we just need to remove the pre-tags and then do shortcode function, which, let me just show you what it actually does. Let me just close it. Right, so the do shortcode basically is just a function that searches content for shortcodes and filters shortcodes through the hooks. All right, so this is the hook that we have over here, which is just the ID. So as you can see, the content and then just the ID, which is going to be printed out in the end. Okay, we're just gonna close the div and just do an HR tag just to have a simple separator. All right, so right now we have displayed the right now we can't actually see these. So as you can see, we can see the IDs, but we can't see the shortcodes. That's what we're going to be doing in the next video. Basically, we're going to be displaying these using the shortcode, and on the pages as well, we're going to be using them using the shortcode. All right, so just one last thing, we're just going to assign a custom gallery plugin styles just to make it look a little bit better. So custom gallery plugin styles. All right, and we can just actually just get these styles from the GitHub.
This
So
is
I don't
just
want a simple CSS that we're going to be using throughout the next videos. All right, so just make sure to add in the action of admin head. So as you can see, it fires in the head section for our admin pages, and over here is just the function callback. Let me just talk about it a little bit. Basically, I'm using the display flex, so it will be displayed horizontally, responsive, and the text is aligned centered with max width of 150 pixels. Also, the image itself has a max height of 75 pixels and just a little bit of a box shadow to have it a little bit like a 3D effect on it, and just a hover effect when you hover on it, and just removing the text decoration on the href link. So that is pretty much it for the page styles and the custom page. I'll see you guys in the next video, where we're gonna be basically just displaying the existing galleries using the shortcode. Of course, you can use it using the images, but we're gonna be displaying it using the shortcode. All right, and also we're also gonna add in some JavaScript in the next video to actually make it look like a carousel. Right, so I'm just gonna show you an example of what we're gonna do in the next video. Right, so if I refresh this, that is pretty much what we're going to be doing in the next video, and as you can see, it automatically just goes to the next gallery image. All right, so that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. This was Angry, you peace, and you guys have a beautiful day.